One of my favorite ingredients in the world is rhubarb. We should be eating more of it. So to entice you to get on board with Team Rhubarb, I'm gonna be making my rhubarb Tarte Tatin with cream and basil. So I'm just gonna be making a medium-sized version of this, but you can make it a really big one. You can even make little individual ones if you've got the right size pans for it as well. So to start off with, in the pan over a medium to high heat, I'm gonna place in some butter, some sugar, the zest of one orange, some vanilla bean paste, and then I'm gonna add in my rhubarb pieces. Now the secret about finding the best rhubarb to use is to pick it up and smell it. If it doesn't smell like rhubarb, then it is going to be too green on the inside and too sour and tart and taste disgusting. If you pick up the stick and you get to that red part and think, this smells like rhubarb, it doesn't matter whether the skin outside is like a light pink, dark pink, it doesn't matter. But if you smell it and it tastes like rhubarb, you know you got a good bunch. And of course, as always, buy rhubarb when it's in the height of its season. Mix everything together, and what you want to do is leave the rhubarb to caramelize in that sugar for about 10 minutes. Now don't touch it, don't look at it, don't poke it, don't do anything, just leave it. It will look like it's bubbling like a volcano, just leave it. So after 10 minutes on that high heat, you want to take it off the heat and cover each pan carefully with a disc of puff pastry. And obviously, whatever the size of the pan you're using is what you're going to be using for the puff pastry. So if the pan's a medium size, you want to go out just a little bit bigger. If it's a big pan, you want a big piece of puff pastry. And all you want to do is just tuck it in like you're going to bed on a warm night. Just tuck it in. Tuck all those sides in, get a fork, prick the top of the puff pastry, and that'll allow all the steam from the rhubarb to just get out of there in the oven, so the lid of that puff pastry doesn't blow up and blow off. Just one little last thing is I brush some egg wash just straight over the top. It's just a beaten egg straight over the top. It really gives it that nice golden crust as well. It just helps the pastry along. And then you want to place it into the oven at 190 degrees Celsius or 380 Fahrenheit, 20 to 30 minutes. Very importantly, when you take it out of the oven, leave it to rest for a few minutes. If you just put everything on there, everything's just gonna be really wet and syrupy and gluggy. It's gonna be a mess. So patience, patience, patience. Just wait a few minutes, get a knife gently, just gently. If there's any parts that are stuck to the pan, just break them away, and then get a plate, and then using the plate on top of the pan, you wanna flip it. So invert it onto a serving plate and just let the tart drop down. And to serve it, I'm going to be just putting a dollop of some double cream straight over the top, and I'm sprinkling over some baby basil or basil. Now the basil and the rhubarb are like a match made in heaven. It is just glorious. Slice it up and serve, and you will have the most amazing toffee-like rhubarb with this crunchy, beautiful, flaky pastry. It is just amazing. And it's one of those classic dishes that if you get the best rhubarb when it's in season, get really good pastry, make it yourself if you want to, of course. And just using really good ingredients and classic cooking styles, you can make something that looks and tastes fantastic, and people will remember it for years to come. I still have such fond memories of my nan cooking this dish and my nan cooking rhubarb for me when I was a child. And it always, always brings joy to my heart when I have rhubarb, and it just takes me back. It's like a time machine. It takes me back to when I was 6, 7, 8, 9 years old, and I'm sitting at the dinner table eating dessert and thinking, this rhubarb is amazing, and how did my nan get it to taste this good? So if you're after the recipe, please check out the description below for it. If you love this video, please share it with all your friends and family, give it a like, and I hope you're all having an amazing day and that you get on Team Rhubarb.